You need to hear this if you're a space enthusiast. What if I told you that somewhere out there, planets exist that make our wildest sci-fi dreams seem tame? Planets with two suns, planets where it rains glass. Sideways, planets with rings so large they dwarf our moon in the night sky. Today we're going to explore 5 of the strangest, most terrifying planets in the universe, places so mind-blowing. They feel like fiction. These planets are not just theoretical. They're real, and they've been discovered by astronomers right here in our galaxy. So buckle in, because what you're about to see will change the way you think about our place in the universe. Our first stop takes us to Kepler 16b, a planet that orbits not just one, but 2 suns. That's right, if you stood on the surface of Kepler 16b, you'd see 2 stars rise and set in the sky, casting twin shadows. Imagine what it would be like to live under a double sunset every evening. The sky ablaze with color, 2 fiery orbs sinking below the horizon. It's no wonder this planet has earned the nickname Tatooine from fans everywhere. Kepler 16b is about the size of Saturn and is located 245 light-years from Earth. That may sound far, but in the grand scheme of the cosmos, it's practically in our backyard. But before you start dreaming of moving there, you should know that Kepler 16b is far too cold for liquid water. It lies outside the habitable zone. So while it might offer a stunning view, life as we know it wouldn't be possible. At least, not on the surface. Gas giants like Kepler 16b often have moons, and who knows what we might find orbiting those. The universe is full of surprises, and just because a planet isn't hospitable to life doesn't mean it's not worth exploring. In fact, it's often the most extreme environments that teach us the most about the cosmos. But just think, what would it be like to have 2 suns in the sky? Would you have 2 shadows? Would one sun be considered the main sun, and the other its dimmer companion? Would the interplay of light and shadow create entirely new forms of art and architecture? Let me know in the comments what you imagine life on a planet with 2 suns would be like. Next up is HD 189733b, a planet that's earned a rather ominous nickname, the Planet of Terror. And trust me, this one lives up to its name. At first glance, this beautiful blue planet might seem like a paradise. It even looks similar to Earth from space. But don't be fooled by its alluring appearance. This planet is a nightmare for anyone brave enough to visit. The winds on HD 189733b reach an unimaginable 5,400 miles per hour. That's 7 times the speed of sound. Can you imagine trying to survive in those conditions? To put it in perspective, the most powerful hurricanes on Earth top out at around 200 miles per hour. On HD 189733b, the wind itself would tear you apart. And that's not even the worst part. As if the violent winds weren't enough, this planet rains molten glass. Yes, at temperatures of 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Imagine a sky not filled with fluffy white clouds, but with swirling shards of molten glass. Picture this, shards of hot, razor-sharp glass flying at you at over 5,000 miles per hour. If the winds didn't get you, the glass surely would. It's a death by 1,000 cuts. Literally. So while HD 189733b might be a visual spectacle from a distance, it's a place you definitely wouldn't want to get caught in a storm on, or, even visit for a quick flyby. It does make you appreciate the relatively calm weather we have here on Earth, doesn't it? Our next stop is J1407b, a planet that has earned the nickname Super Saturn because of its truly massive ring system, rings that are 640 times larger than Saturn's. Now, Saturn's rings are pretty impressive on their own, right? They're one of the most iconic sights in our solar system. But J1407b's rings, they take things to a whole new level. Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing this. If Super Saturn were in our solar system, its rings would dominate the night sky, stretching wider and shining brighter than even the full moon. You wouldn't need a telescope to see them. They'd be visible to the naked eye, glowing in the darkness like a cosmic halo. J1407b is located about 400 light-years away, and its rings defy what we thought was possible. These rings are so large that they could contain moons or even small planets within them. Think about that for a moment. Planets, orbiting within the rings of another planet. It's enough to make your head spin. The discovery of J1407b's rings sent shockwaves through the astronomical community. It challenged our understanding of planetary formation and showed us that the universe is capable of producing objects far stranger and more magnificent than we ever imagined. It's a humbling reminder that for all our progress in astronomy, we've only just scratched the surface of what's out there. Now let's visit a planet that's more familiar, yet still strange in its own way. Kepler 186f is often called Earth's cousin because it's similar in size and orbits within the habitable zone of its star. That means it could potentially have liquid water on its surface, the key ingredient for life as we know it. It's just 10% larger than Earth, and if you were standing on its surface, you might even feel at home. At first, the gravity would be similar. You might see mountains and valleys, maybe even clouds in the sky. But here's the twist. Kepler 186f orbits a red dwarf star, which means the light that reaches the surface is much dimmer and redder than the light we're used to. Imagine a world bathed in a perpetual twilight, the sky a deep crimson, the landscape tinted in shades of red. It would be like nothing we've ever experienced. The plants on this planet might have evolved to absorb red light instead of green. Imagine forests of bright red trees, fields of red grass, and even red vegetables growing under this strange sun. NASA even created a poster that says, "On Kepler 186f, the grass is always redder on the other side." A bit of cosmic humor there. While we can't know for sure if life exists on Kepler 186f, the possibility is real. And if life has found a way to thrive under a red sun, who knows what other forms of life might be out there, adapting to conditions we can barely even imagine. Finally, we arrive at one of the strangest types of planets in the universe, rogue planets. These planets don't orbit any star. Instead, they wander alone through the cold, dark depths of space like cosmic nomads. Imagine a planet, adrift in the vast emptiness between stars. No sun to warm it, no neighboring planets to keep it company. How does a planet become a rogue? Some are ejected from their home systems after colliding with other planets or being pulled by powerful gravitational forces. Others might have formed on their own, never becoming part of a solar system in the first place. These lonely wanderers are some of the most mysterious objects in the universe. Some rogue planets might have hidden internal heat sources like radioactive decay or tidal forces that could create underground oceans. Could life exist in these hidden worlds, surviving in the dark? It's a tantalizing possibility. These are just 5 of the craziest planets we've discovered so far. But the universe is vast, and there are surely even more incredible worlds waiting to be found. Whether it's planets with multiple suns, terrifying weather, or rogue wanderers drifting through space, one thing is clear: the cosmos is full of surprises. Every time we think we've seen it all, the universe throws us a curveball. A planet with rings bigger than our solar system, a world where it rains glass, a planet adrift in the void. It's enough to make you realize how much we still don't know. Until next time, keep looking up, keep exploring, and who knows? Maybe one day we'll discover an even stranger world beyond our wildest dreams. And when we do, you can bet we'll be talking about it right here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more amazing space content.